Building the house of bookkeeping. Imagine you are tasked with building a grand manor that must stand for centuries. This is not just any house. It is the house of bookkeeping, a structure designed to hold the history of every penny earned and spent. To ensure it never collapses, you must follow the laws of financial physics. 1. The foundation, the accounting equation. Before a single brick is laid, you must dig the foundation. In bookkeeping, this foundation is the accounting equation, assets equal liabilities plus equity. Think of the foundation as a perfectly balanced scale. If the left side, what the house is, the assets, isn't exactly supported by the right side, how the house was paid for, liabilities and equity, the ground will shift, and the walls will crack. Every ounce of concrete added to one side must be accounted for on the other. 2. The cornerstone double entry system. Every stone in this foundation is laid using the double entry system. No stone exists in isolation. If you take a stone from the quarry, a credit to your materials source, you must place it firmly into the wall, a debit to your building asset. This give and take ensures that the house remains level. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction, keeping the structure in a state of perpetual equilibrium. The floor plan. The chart of accounts. The floor plan represents your chart of accounts. It is the blueprint that tells you exactly where everything belongs before construction even begins. You wouldn't put a bathtub in the kitchen or a stove in the bedroom. The kitchen is for operating expenses, the fuel and food used to keep things running. The vault is for assets, the valuables and treasures stored within. The guest wing is for liabilities, the space you are holding for others that you eventually have to give back. Without this plan, your house becomes a disorganized pile of wood and stone. Or the bricks, transactions, debits, and credits. The bricks are the individual transactions. Every day, a delivery truck arrives at the site with new materials. In the house of bookkeeping, every brick is actually a pair of weights labeled debit, the left side, and credit, the right side. To keep the house from leaning, you must apply these weights with precision. The leveling act. If you add a brick to the asset wall, a debit, you must simultaneously either take a brick away from another asset wall or add a supporting weight to the liability or equity foundation, a credit. The T account plumb line. Think of every room as having a large T painted on the wall. Debits always go on the left, and credits always go on the right. The balancing rule. If you only ever placed bricks on the left side, the house would eventually tip over. Debits and credits are not good or bad. They are simply the left and right hands of the builder, ensuring that for every structural increase, there is a corresponding source or decrease to keep the center of gravity perfectly over the foundation. Bookkeeping is the act of meticulously managing these weights as they arrive, ensuring that the total left always equals the total right. 5. The delivery bays, special journals. To keep the construction site from becoming a chaotic bottleneck, you have the delivery bays, which represent your special journals. Instead of every single brick going through the main front door, you have specific gates for high-volume, repetitive deliveries. The lumber gate sales journal, where every instance of the house selling its space or services is recorded. The supply dock purchases journal, where all incoming raw materials bought on credit are logged. The cashier's window, cash receipts disbursements journals, a high-security entrance for all liquid materials, cash entering or leaving the site. These bays sort the materials immediately, ensuring that when it's time to build the walls, the bricks are already grouped by type. 6. The framework, the general ledger. As the sorted bricks are moved from the delivery bays to their final positions, they form the walls, which represent the general ledger. This is the master record of the entire building. It holds the weight of the history of the construction. If you want to know how high the revenue wall has grown or how much weight the expense wall is carrying, you look at this framework. 7. The windows, financial statements. A house without windows is a dark, secretive place. Financial statements are the windows of the house of books that allow people to see inside. The balance sheet is a snapshot through the front window at sunset, showing exactly what the house looks like at that specific moment in time. The income statement is a time-lapse video showing the activity inside the house over a season, how much heat was generated, and how much energy was consumed. The cash flow statement is the plumbing, showing exactly how the water, cash, is flowing. The roof. Internal controls. The roof represents internal controls and audits. It protects the interior from the elements, the rain of errors, and the wind of fraud. A sturdy roof ensures that even if a storm hits, the records inside remain dry, safe, and verifiable. 9. The architect. The bookkeeper. Finally, the bookkeeper is the site supervisor. They don't necessarily own the house, but they ensure that every worker follows the blueprint. They walk the grounds with a level and a plumb line, making sure that when the owner, the stakeholder, comes to visit, the house of books is standing tall, perfectly balanced, and open to the light. The Bookkeeping House. 1. Foundation accounting equation. 2. Cornerstone double entry system. 3. Floor plan, chart of accounts. 4. Bricks, transactions. 5. Delivery bays, special journals. 6. Framework, general ledger. 7. Windows, financial statements. 8. Roof, internal controls. 9. The bookkeeper.